Good morning, everybody. I have a really great topic today, and the subject is living on less than you make. Yeah, it sounds simple, it sounds like it's a really great concept, but how do we do that? How do we get there? Well, a lot of hard work and determination mostly, but having a plan, guys, having a plan. So living on less than you make, what does that mean? So that means trying not to eat out so much, right? If you're a family that really enjoys fine dining, with the hustle and bustle today, and you just find yourself eating out every day, every other day, or 3 times a week, 4 times, whatever it is. So there are ways to live on less than that. So if you're going to the grocery store buying groceries, but you're going out to eat 4 times a week, why are you buying groceries then? Doesn't make any sense, does it? So you're wasting money on groceries, but you go out to eat anyway. So it's crazy. It's like that would be buying a horse, never riding it, just feeding it for just to be there to look pretty. It doesn't make any sense, guys. Stop with the madness. So if you have 3 freezers full of food, but you eat out 4 or 5 times a week, I'm sorry, but you're doing something wrong. You know, you need to cook more, stay at home, fellowship with your family, find other ways. And eating out is probably the easiest American thing to do, because you just get in the car, you drive there, they sit you down, they bring food to you, you pay, you go home. But you're not getting anything out of it. You didn't make it. You just sit there. People are sitting there on their phones. It's crazy. Okay, so don't get me started, guys. Okay, so living on less than you make. So that means in order to do this, so if you have a bank account and you use a debit card daily on almost all of your purchases, you don't have cash, you can get in trouble very quickly, because you don't necessarily aware of what you're spending, because you just swipe that card, right? So one easy way to really nip that in the bud would be to say you're giving yourself $100 a week in mad money, so that you can pay cash for purchases. And I tell you, very quickly you'll find that you don't want to be spending that cash. So you change your habits, because you don't want to blow through that $100 very quickly, right? Otherwise, when you just swipe, you don't really think about it. It's not tangible. It's not in your hand. That money's not in your hand. It's on a card. So when you have to dish that money out, you see how fast it goes. So it makes you aware and more conscious of what you're spending and how fast you're purchasing things. And it makes you really decide, do I want to make that purchase? 5 sodas a week, whatever it is. It really makes you think, oh, maybe I should have a water this time and don't go to the machine and swipe my card and get a soda. So I'm telling you, I did it, and it's so hard. Like this is kind of like the easy way. So if you have $100 bill, do you know how hard it is to cash a $100 bill nowadays? It's very hard. People don't carry cash. Some gas stations won't even break it unless you buy something, right? So to get it into cash, a smaller dollar amount, you really have to find the right place to break that 100. And then once that 100 is broke, it seems like it goes really fast, because people are more apt to carry 10s and 20s than they are 50s and 100s. So yeah, so try it, guys. Do it as an experiment, and I'm telling you, it works. Once it's in a $100 bill, you really think about the things that you want to buy and the things you want to purchase. So all right, so the next one is automatic. make things automatic, so you don't have to see it. Put it in a savings account, put it in, a side account that you can't get to it readily, right? So this goes along with David Bach's The Automatic Millionaire. So if you make automatic deposits into your saving, automatic deposits into your 401k, your Roth that's on a sidebar, have an automatic separate account where you actually have to drive to the bank. It's not hooked to any other bank accounts, so you have to make actual deposits or withdrawals and transfers. Now, you want to make your deposits automatic, but to make withdrawal, it would make it harder because you physically have to go to that place. So 9 out of 10 times, you're not going to want to take the time to go because it's probably out of the way. You want to make it into as far away from your regular bank as you can so that you can't get to it really quickly. All right, so we know today we live in a very modern world, like with all the electronics and everything. So we can do things electronically and the money is sent automatically, right? So that's what will also help you in paying your bills, because that money usually goes out right away. It's very seldom anymore that it takes 3 to 4 business days to get that money out of your account. And it's crazy because when I pay my Discover card, man, that money that transaction shows up we're talking with seconds, man. It's sucks it right out of your account. So you don't really ever see it. So that's another way. Pay things online so that money is taken out right away, so you're not more inept to spend it, because if you have a transaction, you don't want an overdraft, you don't want to bounce your account, that kind of thing. So if you make them automatic, then you don't think about it, it's done, it's paid, and your headaches will be completely less, and your anxiety, because your bills are paid before you went and played. So always remember that. Pay before you play. So it'll save you a whole lot of headaches. All right. So the simple content, living on less than you make, that's a huge one. So if you have tons and tons of bills, but you're basically living paycheck to paycheck, guys, try the baby steps. Dave Ramsey, the 7 baby steps. It works. I'm on it right now. I just pulled everything out of the stock market and out of my extra savings above the 1,000 to pay off debt. And like he said, don't invest when you're broke. So it kind of defeats the purpose of making money when you owe so much money. So do that as well, and stay diligent, guys. I mean, things can get paid down so quickly as long as you are aware of what you're doing, what you're spending, and guys, stay positive. There is light at the end of the tunnel, guys. So live on less than you make. That's number 1 rule. It's actually very, very easy to follow. We don't really eat out very much. Our savings is automatic. A lot of our bills are automatic, and what you don't see, you won't spend, right? So be diligent, guys, and happy Tuesday.